Every month, a ton of weird crap goes down in the world of gaming. We at gameranx love to do a monthly roundup of all that. I'm Falcon, and today, 10 weird gaming stories of November 2017. Just a quick disclaimer, we're skipping the Battlefront 2 stuff. There's literally no reason to include that stuff because we'll end up making a whole video again about it. You know the problems. On with the weird stories. Number 10, Amazon announced that they are going to be allowing people to just do text-to-speech with their engine Lumberyard, which is basically CryEngine. And it's not terrible, but I wouldn't say it's great either. But some people are worried it may replace voice actors, but I'm not so sure I'd worry about that a lot. Text-to-speech has been something that's been worked on for a long time, and it still very much sounds like text-to-speech. Still, for short lines and little things, it may end up being used.
こんにちは、私の名前はたくみです。
And that's not very cool to voice actors, especially if they end up using it when it doesn't sound as good as voice actors. Oh, so you think goofy sounding robots are better just because they're cheaper?
Right.
Number 9, the Russian military used video game screenshots to allege US support for ISIS, which... What? Okay, alright, Russia. The game doesn't even look good. It's a 2-year-old mobile game, but they couldn't even bother to get like a screen grab from the actual full game. It says up in the top, development footage, this is a work in progress. All content is subject to change. I mean, to be fair, they cropped that out of the version of the photo that they used, but it still looks like a screenshot from a mobile game. I mean, we could go in a deep dive in what's wrong with this, how it's obviously false information, and so on and so forth. Who cares? The real notable part of this story is how it really does look like a mobile game. It doesn't look like a photo. I mean, it's a decent looking mobile game, I guess, but not that decent. Number 8, you can now apparently hire a professional gamer to play video games for you through a website called Bidvine, which bills itself as a means to get custom bids from local service professionals for events, home, learning, fitness, wellness, and more. You can hire gamers to do rank improvement, unlocks, and improving the overall kill-death ratio, as well as maintenance, which comes in at about $20 an hour. I mean, what's the point of actually even playing the game? Why buy the game and have the game? It's literally to bring your metrics up. Metrics are not enjoyment, my friends. Play a game because you like the game, because the game is fun. Don't play a game because you want to appear good at the game, especially if you just have money and are going to throw it at somebody to be good at the game for you. This makes everybody look like garbage if this is a successful service. Number 7, a commercial for an eSports tournament. Really doesn't seem like that's what it's for. Basically, the gamer gets a VR headset from a woman who's less scantily dressed, sees her in the VR set scantily dressed, then is suddenly in a mansion where I don't really know what happened. It seems to be for an esports tournament, but it's only because there is text that indicates that at the end of this. I don't know who this is trying to appeal to. Is it trying to get people into the tournament? Is it trying to sell them the idea that this tournament is so cool that it's basically every stereotypical 13-year-old boy's dream randomly at this tournament? Number 6, Logitech is developing a keyboard tracker so that you can use a keyboard in VR. Now that might not sound like a really intuitive thing, but think about it for developers and other people who are adjacent to developers, artists, etc. Think about how much easier it would be for them if they could just use a keyboard. I mean, imagine being inside the game as you're writing the code for the game, changing things, and if you ask me, I think VR can really thrive in the workplace, more so than you would expect. And it also might make work a little less awful. Not that writing code is awful or anything, but some people have jobs that could benefit from this. Number 5, somebody posted a video of themselves way back in the day when they got a Nintendo, an NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, the original, the often imitated. I'll stop. They posted it with the headline, "I present to you my greatest sham. When my parents surprised me with a new Nintendo, I cried." And indeed, this kid weeps happy tears over the Nintendo, apparently. It was something that they did not expect. But obviously, it's not a shameful thing at all, and people in the comments were like, this is actually adorable. You are a very grateful kid, and that's nice. I saw more than a few people pointing out how kids aren't grateful today, no siree. And that's not necessarily true, but a lot of people got enjoyment out of this video. It's a nice thing to see, and sometimes you just don't see enough nice things. Kind of makes it weird. Number 4, Destiny 2 apparently has hidden XP scaling, or did until people found it, said something about it, and they realized they needed to take it out very fast. Bungie had this to say: "We've seen community discussion around XP gain in Destiny. After reviewing our data, we agree that the system is not performing the way we'd like it to." They go on to say that they're deactivating it, and that's pretty good PR because it makes it look like they're the ones who made the decision because they've found that it wasn't behaving the way it should, except for they designed it. Number 3, Assassin's Creed Origins got review bombed with positive reviews, which is not something that happens a lot. But if you're not familiar with the practice, when people are angry, they'll often send a bunch of negative reviews towards a game just to bring down its user score. But in the case of this one, it's positive reviews. And just like the negative review bombs, they're usually copy-pasted. I'll read you a couple because they're hilarious. Ways better than Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It is more mature, and Bayek is intersetting character, and the historical characters are handheld well. These reviews typically appeared multiple times from multiple different accounts, and it's funny. I find this funny. It probably is disruptive in some way, but it's funny. Number 2, Activision has decided they're going to attempt to fight something in court that I think you'll find funny. Obviously, Call of Duty, D-U-T-Y, sounds a little funny because of the way Americans say the T. Sounds like duty. But somebody trademarked Call of Duty, D-O-O-D-E-E. It's literally a small company that cleans crap from yards and patios and stuff. Probably for people who let their pets crap all over the patio during the winter because they don't want to deal with them trudging through the snow. I don't know that I really consider it something that is worth Activision's time. In fact, I would say it really only calls to attention the fact that their name sounds like Call of Duty, which I'm sure they have probably worked not to have go on. And finally, number 1, video of what seems a lot like the beginning of an intense bar fight demonstrates how Chinese people treat PUBG hackers in Chinese internet cafes. Now, a lot of games are played in internet cafes, so a lot of people can see a lot of other people's screens. And, well, if you're cheating in a game, it's much more obvious in this scenario than the American version, which is a lot of people in their own house playing games. And to be honest, it's kind of making me want their situation here, because I like my PUBG, and I don't like the cheaters. Quick bonus for you: somebody hacked the ability to use Devil Kazumi into the multiplayer of Tekken, and ended up getting paired up with world-class Tekken champion Jae-Min Bae, who at first seems a little bit confused and then hands them their ass. Nice little FU for the cheaters. That got covered in the Friday show, but I don't care, I wanted to bring it up anyway. What was the weirdest thing you saw in gaming this month? Leave us a comment sharing your experience, or just the thing that you know about. And if you like this video, please click like. If you're not subscribed, now would be a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week, and the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at FalconTheHero, and we'll see you next time right here on GameRanx.